Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I'm going to be presenting part 37 of my horror movie collection. I can't believe that this has gone on as long as it has. I don't know, maybe I'm not good with math. So I just didn't estimate that this thing would get to like 37 parts, and I think if I estimated correctly as to when it's going to end, it'll probably be around 45, maybe 50. So, because I'm still in the S's. S's, man, there's a lot. You ever notice that whenever you're alphabetizing something and you get to the S's, S just seems to just, burst, man. It just seems like there's so many books and movies, everything that start with S, bands that start with S, books that start with S, authors' last names that start with S, so many just S's, all right? Anyway, so like I said, this is part 37. This is like my second or third time trying to record this because, like I said, I am still learning this video camera. So, that being said, let's go ahead and get underway. So, first up, we got one from the Criterion Collection, and this is Sisters. And this, of course, is directed by Brian De Palma, and it stars Margot Kidder and Jennifer Salt. All right. Margot Kidder is Danielle, a beautiful model separated from her Siamese twin, Dominique. When a hotshot reporter, Jennifer Salt, suspects Dominique of a brutal murder, she becomes dangerously ensnared in the sisters' insidious sibling bond. A scary and stylish peon is it peon or peon? P-A-E-A-N, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. To female destructiveness, De Palma's first foray into horror voyeurism is a stunning amalgam of split-screen effects, bloody birthday cakes, and a chilling score by frequent Hitchcock collaborator Bernard Herrmann. Alright, so that is Sisters, and that is by Brian De Palma. I watched this, the first time I saw Sisters, it was on NBC TV back in the day, and the part where this guy gets stabbed in the face. They showed it, man. They showed it on NBC. They didn't cut it. It wasn't really a gory scene, but to get stabbed in the face with a big butcher knife, that's pretty freaky. So that kind of freaked me out. And it's probably one of the reasons why I love horror, because that's what horror does. It can freak you out sometimes. All right. And no horror movie collection. I don't know. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that because somebody's going to come and go, well, I don't have this movie. But anyway, I'm talking about The Sixth Sense. And this is the Vista signature style or signature series. So it's kind of shiny. And you got Bruce Willis here in the background, in the foreground here, kind of. Looks like he's almost like he's screaming. But I don't remember him ever screaming in the thing. Of course, if you don't know what The Sixth Sense is about, it's about this kid that sees dead people. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, even though I'm pretty sure that everybody on YouTube has spoiled it anyway, because it's been what? How old is The Sixth Sense now? Is it 20 years? It's been a long damn time, but it still holds up. It still holds up to the test of time. You got these great performances from everybody, from Bruce Willis to Haley Joel Osment to Toni Collette. Good Lord, it's Toni Collette, man. That woman can act rings around people, I swear. Anyway, Sixth Sense, and of course directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Alright, next up I've got, and I have watched this movie one time, and I hear bad things about it, I hear good things about it, but I'm starting to hear more good things about it. Has anybody watched this? I haven't watched it in a while, I need to rewatch it. I'm talking about The Skeleton Key, and this is with Kate Hudson, and I believe it's Peter Sarsgaard, or Sarsgaard? Peter Sarsgaard. I get him and the Skarsgård brothers and their dad Stellan, I get them mixed up. Skarsgård, anyway. But anyway, it's about this woman played by Kate Hudson, and she gets hired on, I guess you could say, at this big mansion in the Louisiana Bayou, and she's supposed to take care of this old man, and there's this whole voodoo thing going on and stuff. Like I said, it's been a few years since I've watched this. I might need to give this a rewatch because, like I said, I keep hearing more better. You never say more better. There is no more better. It's just better. I've been hearing better things about it. All right. Anyway. Next from the After Dark Horror Fest, 8 Films to Die For. This is the third one, and this is Slaughter. Okay. Looking to escape an abusive relationship, Faith moves in with Lola at her family's farm. Every night the girls go out, the young, sexy Lola brings home an older man. When Faith realizes Lola's one-night stands are disappearing, she fears Lola's creepy family is killing more than just animals in the slaughterhouse. Alright, I don't know who is in this movie, and this print is so small. Looks like Lucy Holt, Amy Shield. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know who they are, but anyway, this is Slaughter, part of the After Dark Horror Fest. And if you hear any background noise, like a drone or droning sound or whatever, that's my air conditioner, because it's hot here. And if you hear a little scratching, squitching, all kinds of noise, I've still got like 6 kittens in here. In fact, here, come here, dude. Who are you? Hey, who are you? Your eye, his eye needs cleaning, so I'm not going to show him off. He gets embarrassed. They got this allergy or something, and their eyes kind of want to close over, so I need to clean his eyes, and I don't want to show you guys that. All right, next up, we got Sleepy Hollow, and this is directed by Tim Burton, of course, and starring Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci. You know, I don't care what people say about Johnny Depp and his personal life. That dude can freaking act. He can do comedy. He can do drama. He can do horror. I love when him and Tim Burton collaborate. Now, I wasn't that big a fan of Dark Shadows, but when the two of them collaborate, like on Edward Scissorhands, Sleepy Hollow, have they done anything else besides that? Oh, Ed Wood. Ed Wood. You can't forget Ed Wood. It's just gold to me, all right? And Christina Ricci is one of the most underrated actresses, I believe, working in the business today. I mean, is she even getting roles anymore? I swear, it's just like you don't hear from her. And her role as, I think her name was Selby. Her role as Selby in Monster, starring Charlize Theron, of course, playing Eileen Wuornos. It was just as important as Charlize Theron's role. I mean, she was the linchpin or whatever for Charlize Theron's role as Eileen Wuornos. She just was, you know, even Charlize Theron, you know, said, hey, you know, thank you for this. You know, I mean, she had to acknowledge her. Anyway, but that's Sleepy Hollow, and of course, it's based on, you know, let me hold it up again. Here you go. And of course, it is based on the short story or novella or whatever by Washington Irving. And one kudo I give to this movie is that it casts Christopher Walken as the headed horseman. In other words, before he lost his head. And he looks wild, just like Walken always looks. I mean, his hair's all black and back like this, and he's got these, you know, serrated teeth and everything, like they've been filed down, and he's Walken, you know, all right? Anyway, that's it, Sleepy Hollow, okay? This next one, you know what? The first time I saw this movie, the first time I heard about this movie, I thought, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to be interested in this or not. But then I saw it, I think, really cheap at Walmart or somewhere, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to pick it up. So this is Slither, and this stars Elizabeth Banks, who I had I think I still have a crush on her. I think she's gorgeous. Anyway, Nathan Fillion, Michael Rooker, of course, played Merle on The Walking Dead and played Henry in Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. This is probably you could describe it as a body horror movie, all right? Let me see. From the writer of 2004's Dawn of the Dead comes the deliciously demented story of an unnamed evil wreaking havoc on a small town. Intent on devouring all life on Earth, this dark force is infecting anyone in its path. Now it's up to the local sheriff, Bill Party, played by Nathan Fillion, and his team to stop the spread of rampant devastation and shocking mutilation before it's too late. And I love the fact that the town that these things or whatever invade is a town in South Carolina, and that's of course where I was born. I was born in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and lived there for many, many, many years. So yeah, that is Slytherin, of course, directed by James Gunn, the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy films. All right, and I believe he's also directing the new Suicide Squad movie, which I can't wait to see. All right, you know what? I'm going to say this. I kind of liked the other Suicide Squad movie. I mean, yeah, it was bad. All right, it was pretty damn bad, but I still got a kick out of it. Okay. All right, next up we got a three-parter. This is the entire Slumber Party Massacre collection. And all you got to do is look at the cover, and it pretty well tells you what this movie is about. It is about this group of scantily clad sorority girls who are terrorized by a driller killer kind of sort of guy. He kills them with a drill. Not to be confused by Driller Killer or with Driller Killer, directed by Abel Ferrara. All right. So let me get a little synopsis on this for you though. When Trish, played by Michelle Michaels, decides to invite her high school girls basketball teammates over for a slumber party, she has no idea the night will be ruined by an escaped mental patient with a portable drill and the cult classic, the Slumber Party Massacre. Sorry about that. I don't know why I said sorority girls. The only sane survivor of the first incident, Courtney, played by Crystal Bernard, dreams of the driller killer returning in the first sequel, Slumber Party Massacre 2. And I'm not going to say much more because I just gave away a spoiler there. So if you haven't seen this, what's funny about this is that the first movie, you know, you got to admit, this is a, you know, you can look, it's pretty sexist, pretty, you know, exploitative and everything. It was written by Rita Mae Brown, who is a lesbian author. She's been around for years. Have you ever noticed when you go to Barnes & Noble, you see books by Rita Mae and Sneaky Pie Brown? Yes, she gives credit to her cat. You know, and I wonder one of these days if that cat's ever going to sue for royalties, because I know I would. Because, I mean, yeah. You're going to credit me, you're going to give me royalties. Anyway, next up I've got Species. And this is kind of along the lines of Alien, with a really weird-looking alien creature. But this one here is where they take, like, the DNA. And I have got a kitten. Clyde, come here, you. Hi. Hi, guys. This is Ichabod. Say hi, Ichabod. Yeah, Ichabod's kind of shy unless he's trying to claw my socks. All right, so sit there. Give a seat there. All right. Anyway, so yeah, so like they splice the DNA of a human and a alien DNA, and it creates this kind of hybrid. And like, you know, when she's just kind of normal and everything, she's just like really hot, Natasha Henstridge, excuse me. And then when she gets like amorous or horny, she becomes this alien creature because she wants to mate. All right, and you better be the right type for her if she's going to mate with you. If you got some kind of disease, no, that's not going to work. You're going to be in some bad shape, and God forbid, don't get in her way like she does to this, like this one girl does, because you're going to get your spine ripped out. All right, so yeah, that is Species. Natasha Henstridge, Mark Helgenberger, Forrest Whitaker, Alfred Molina. So there you go. And I do have the second Species film also, and I'm just going to say it's basically the same thing as the first Species film, except it's got a male alien creature that, or male, and you know, it's a male this time. All right, so yeah, there you go. That is Species. And finally, this is one that I watched it the first time and I didn't like it. I don't know why, but I keep hearing more and more good things about it. More people are praising it, so maybe I do need to give it a rewatch. And I'm talking about Splinter. And this is, a young couple retreats to the wilderness for a romantic camping weekend. But the trip quickly spirals into a nightmare when they are carjacked by an escaped convict and his girlfriend. Thrown together by chance, no one can imagine the terrifying horror that awaits the two couples at a remote and isolated gas station. Who does this star? I do not know. Let me see. Shea Wiggum. Okay, yeah, I know Shea Wiggum. He was in Kong, Skull Island. He's been in a lot of things. He's done a lot of stuff. Paolo Costanzo, Jill Wagner, and Rachel Curbs. I only know who Shea Wiggum is. Anyway, that is it. That is part 37 of my horror movie collection. Again, like I've said before, I'm still learning the editing and using this video camera, so I want to say this is going to post tomorrow, which means Monday, but it may actually post today. I don't know. Alright, so thank you for watching, and you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and the working week is coming up, so stay safe out there and be careful, alright? Bye-bye.